why did you decide to start doing this small business of yours?
So, because I will see food shop and train my children.
Hello guys, it's the boss here. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, in this segment, The Nigerian Way, I will be talking about petty trading in Nigeria. If you're just viewing us for the first time, please do keep up with us, like and subscribe. Everybody knows that Nigerians are very resilient. I mean, if you must survive in this country, you have to be smart and hardworking. So today we're going to be focusing more on our petty traders, like our tomato seller, our meat sellers, our fish sellers, our pure water hawkers, our water board, and our refuse collectors, and many others. So I went out to ask these petty traders why they engage themselves in those small businesses. Into this small business
Because there's no business anymore. So I try to buy this widget to do business with it.
Okay.
Manage myself.
To survive, obviously to survive, they do those things to feed themselves and their families, because in actual fact there is no job out there. When I was a kid, they used to tell us that education is the key to success, but many have gone to schools, many have read, graduated, gotten their degrees, only to discover that the government has changed the path. Funny as it may seem, life is actually very difficult here, and things have gotten worse because of the coronavirus pandemic. I mean, it has just made the prices of commodities to increase. Things are very, very expensive out there at the market. Now imagine if people in white-collar jobs, people who are receiving monthly salaries, are crying out and complaining of hardship. Talk more of all those typical market men and women. Typical people with their small businesses. What are they going to do? I can only imagine 4 months ago, when we had total lockdown in the country, how those people were able to survive. Those kind of people that only feed from hand to mouth. They only feed by what they sell. What they sell that particular day, that is what they use to feed themselves and their families. My honest opinion is no. I actually think that if you are an individual who is working really hard, struggling to feed your family and train up your children, you should be proud of that trade or that job that you are doing, because it is actually better than going into crime like armed robbery, burglary, yahoo, prostitution. Can menial jobs such as petty trading, car wash, hawking, refuse collection be dignified? Yes, it can. There should be a deliberate government policy to elevate the standard of living in Nigeria. Petty traders should be given soft loans with very low interest. Like in the United Kingdom, the Bank of England, they give out loans with very low interest between 0.5% to 0.75%, compared to Nigeria, where the commercial banks give loans with interest rate of 25%, whereas in our government banks, their own interest rate is about 6 to 9%. For those that clean the gutters and sweep the streets, their remuneration rate should be enhanced. I mean, how can you have dignity of labor, or how can you feel dignified when you perform a particular job, do a tax, and you receive wages that you cannot use to properly feed your family, properly feed yourself, or even properly train up your children? How can you have dignity in that kind of job? When the wage you earn cannot take care of yourself, cannot feed your family properly, that job becomes dehumanizing. If we must dignify, or if we must add dignity of labor to our petty trading, to our menial jobs, then the wages that they get has to be enough to pay their bills. Funny enough, Most of our Nigerian boys that travel abroad, when they get there, they actually end up doing all these menial jobs or tasks. They end up being fuel attendants, end up being car wash attendants, end up cleaning toilets, doing all those kind of things. What we practically do here. But the only thing is that the money being paid to them is enough to sustain them. Here in our country, you can see a BSc holder who is working in a government office. The money or the salary that he earns in a month, he cannot use it to practically transport himself to and fro to his workplace in that particular month. So my dear, we must take adequate measures in dignifying labor now. Any work is a work. As long as it can pay your bills, it is a work. You say that if our labor, our menial tax can pay bills, people will be willingly and happily to go into it. Even our refuse collectors, which we call our meshara, they'll be happy to pack those refuse. They'll be happy to do the work because it can pay their bill. Even a palm wine tapper in the village, he'll be happy to do that work, joyfully, happily doing it. Because why? It can sustain him and it can pay his bills. And if you haven't learned anything from what I've been saying so far, the moral lesson that I think you should learn today is never you look down on anybody that is doing either petty trading or menial tax to survive. Don't look down on any of them. If you feel that you are privileged, you should instead think of a way to help them. Think of a way to make their lives better. Think of a way to dignify that labor that you see them carrying out. And I believe that this world will be a better place. Our country will be a better place. Yeah, so please like the video, share, and please subscribe. And I'll see you guys again on Friday. Please make sure you check my video on Friday. 43 lines is a literary work. Please check out my video on Friday. 43 lines. Please catch you on Friday.